What's up, everybody? This is Sean Phelps. This is the Introverted Podcast. Welcome to the show, everybody. And so today I have a special guest that I want to bring on. His name is Larry Williams. And today, we're going to be talking about why do people lowball entrepreneurs and never really do the same thing to corporations. So everybody, let's welcome Larry Williams to the show. How you doing, man?
What's going on, my brother? It's always a blessing and a blessing to be a part of your podcast, man.
Most definitely. Yeah, man. So I want to ask you a question, man. So why do you think that people think it's acceptable to lowball entrepreneurs for their prices and stuff, but never do that to a Walmart, never do that to a Target or Gucci, high end stores?
I really think it really boils down to trends and things that you're accustomed to, things that you see on the regular. You got to think about these brands that we talk about. They've been around for a long, long time with our parents and different things like that. So certain standards and certain trends and cultures and hip hop and things of that nature pull people to, invest into things to make themselves feel, worthy, whatever the case may be. But when it comes down to a local entrepreneur or small business owner, most people want, engage in those people. When those people, are really providing for their families, they putting their life on the line every single day, trying to provide, for their family and give the community a valuable product. But a lot of times people get caught up in, like I said, brands, like even with Michael Jordan's, like some people have on Jordans don't know nothing about Michael Jordan. They just know the standard, what it stands for. You know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily the shoe. It's just more so greatness within him or whatnot. You know what I mean? Because you can get that same particular shoe at Payless. Nobody's not going to buy that same shoe because it doesn't have
No, real
that,
talk.
that standard behind it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it really boils down to. A lot of people like to follow more than lead. So they like to be a part of the same thing. And if you think different or you go outside of that, most people, instead of helping you or supporting you, they feel like they helping you get to a place that they may not get to. So they don't want to spend as much with you until a lot of people start going to what your product or your service is. Then everybody start joining on the bandwagon.
Hmm. Nah, most definitely. And so, getting back to the whole like brands and stuff about like, our parents and stuff, right? So it's
Mhm.
real interesting because, these brands have been around for a long time, right?
Mhm.
And you like what's something that you feel like they do that's better than, the smaller business owner and stuff in today's time, far as, trying to create a brand and stuff like that, far as trying to make that image stick to their mind and stuff where, not only the parent is buying into it, but the kids as well.
I mean, that's simple. That boils down to advertisement and marketing. When you look at those brands, they have money behind them that they can constantly pump out advertisement through television and now with social media, with the internet and things of that nature. They can constantly have their brand around, and they're smart enough to know particular colors to use inside of their brand that gives, what can I say, reflect some type of energy when it comes down to certain colors. You know what I mean? It pulls us with certain colors. And I let people do their own research when it comes down to that. But that's what it really boils down to. Just take example the Super Bowl. Everybody look at it like why let's just say like Budweiser or somebody spend $1 million on a 30-second commercial. The whole world is watching the Super Bowl. So for those 30 seconds, they are catching certain people attention that as soon as that commercial go off, they're going to go to the store or they're going to start researching that particular product, and then they can get a return on that $1 million investment that they did, and they're going to get way more than that $1 million that they invested because they was advertising. Where a small business owner, if they don't know about marketing, if they're just starting out, they don't have the money, they're still trying to make ends meet to survive day-to-day basis, that's going to be kind of tough. So that's why a lot of small business owners usually take out a lot of loans to try to get ahead, to get profit, so they can pay that back. Versus these brands, they just have money, at their disposal, that they can constantly put it around in your face. And at some point, you got no choice. Some people gonna start buying certain things.
Yeah, most definitely. And I'm glad you brought up that point about, big companies spending millions of dollars for a 30-second um ad and stuff for Super Bowl, because that's how we know about GoDaddy, right? Because
Hmm.
without, GoDaddy, posting their ad and stuff in the Super Bowl, we would never have known about them. So them taking that
Hmm.
risk and stuff like that, and them funny commercials that they used to put together and stuff, it draw a lot of curiosity. Like, what is GoDaddy? You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Hmm.
see their commercials pop up after the Super Bowl halftime, and they got that funny commercial where it's like a woman, dressed up and stuff as a cop, and then she pulling over the dude and stuff like that. So,
Hmm.
that was definitely interesting, how they, put that together, because, it make you like, oh, what's this? What's this right here? So you finally, when you go to it, now you realize, oh, this is a domain site where I can, get my domain and stuff like that, where that's very important to have as a small business owner and stuff. But what
Hmm.
I wanted to say was that, like, what do you think the small business owner can do on an everyday basis to get to that level of a corporation where they be able to, be successful as far as like marketing and stuff like that, and advertising.
And then just learning. Every day is a blessing to be here. Every day is a learning experience. It's going to be different than the day before. And I think now in today's age, a lot of people pay attention to everything around them versus themselves. I can't look at somebody chapter 50 to my chapter 38. That can mess with me mentally. So it's just all
Mm,
about researching in your particular niche. Like, have something or go after something that you got a passion in. Like, if you make something that you got a passion in as a business, that will help you on the tough times that you may not be getting the sales that you may want to get, but you had a passion to continue to learn to get through that adversity, and then you'll see the light. Research, see what people like, see what's going to be around for the next 3 to 5 years or 10 years or anything like that. Don't look at something that just that's kind of trendy, because as soon as your business go up, it can go down, in my opinion. So it's just really about learning, because even when you look at the word learn, you take the L off the word. I think you have
yeah, most definitely, because a lot of people into that. Well,
because
I'm not gonna assume. A lot of people. I'm gonna say some people really don't like to learn. You know, and so what they do is, they see what other people are doing online, and they try to imitate that, and not really like be themselves and stuff, right?
mm,
Because that's the most important element in my and from my personal experience and stuff. Being online and stuff like that, seeing other people, go from step one to step five, or whatever, level one, level 20, right? Is that they was
mm,
being themselves, and people love seeing that authenticity, right? That authentic self.
mm.
So, what I'm saying, that's definitely another important element that a lot of people should, take part in. But
Yeah,
also,
you definitely.
yeah, go ahead.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, everybody should look at self. The most important thing is yourself. You can't give more to other people than you do yourself. You got to give 100% of yourself to people. A lot of people pour out to others more than they self. So you have to always look at your race. You can't look at everybody else race and all the outside noise because it's gonna be there. That's what they call challenges for to strengthen you to continue to go to the next level. You look at a flower, it takes a lot to come through the ground. It takes the sun, it takes water, it takes a lot of stuff to break through. A butterfly had to go through being a caterpillar. You know what I mean? Like everything is not gonna be sweet, and a lot of times people want to fast forward to the top without necessarily going through the certain steps to get there and remain at the top. Not just get there, but remain at the top because you can get to the top and slide right back down to the bottom just because you was trying to move too fast.
Yeah, most definitely. I hear that all the time. Moving too fast and stuff, and really just taking your time and just learning the process of everything too. So,
Yeah.
it's definitely an interesting thing to, talk about and stuff. There's a lot of people see others and stuff like that, but they really don't know the trials and tribulations that they've been through. And
hmm
really, that old saying, like, it was that old saying about I used to say this back in high school or whatever, elementary school, where, if you're not willing to put on the shoes of that person and,
hmm
just do the same things that they do.
Yeah. Most definitely. Like you have to emulate what you want to become. A lot of times, there's nothing wrong with copying someone that's great, but putting it into your own way. Like prime example with Kobe and Jordan. Like Kobe looked up to him. That was greatness. So he wanted to be better. You know what I'm saying? So he pushed himself to that. So whatever it is somebody like doing, somebody else, chances are somebody else now already did it in a different way. So just kind of look at them, emulate what they kind of necessary doing, and put your own twist to it. And I think
Yeah.
everybody have talent. Everybody got something to offer to this world. So you just have to find that and put forth the effort and believe in yourself. But you gotta support people to get support. That's the number one thing a lot of people gotta realize. Like when these small business owners and people out here, what they're going through. Especially if you're already successful as anybody want to be. A small business owner, you should really be putting money behind them because you have been there before. But sometimes it's competition and sometimes I feel like it's room for money everywhere. So with me, I just always give love, give support, give valuable information because it's be certain information that people can look on from years from now and be able to be like, wow, like that still be relevant to this day. So it's just all about improving every day.
Yeah, most definitely. Because, we talk about that all the time, improving every day, meditation, reading books, looking at, podcasts and stuff that talk about high level conversation, like
Yep.
19 keys and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like I listen to podcasts, like Eric Thomas and stuff like that, man. And so, it's great to, listen to that type of stuff if you're not always around that type of environment, right? Because I used to
hmm
talk about this online years ago where people get lost out here because, they're not in the environment they need to be in order to be successful, right? So you have to create
hmm
your own environment where you go and search for what you're looking for, and then you become that person. You become that person where everybody looks up to because they seeing your process and your growth and stuff like that. So, it's
hmm
always important to know what exactly what's going on in your environment and stay away from the things that's going to harm you versus the things that's going to really take you to that next level.
Yeah. Most definitely. I mean, it's all about you. Like everybody know what they doing. In my personal opinion, like everybody know who they hanging around, what they not doing, what they lack of doing. But when somebody bring it to their attention, nobody want to hear what they already know. That's why they always say the truth hurts. You know what I mean? But it's for you to grow, not for it to hurt you and you be bitter. Like the bitterness in it, you gotta let things go. No matter what somebody do towards you, it's all about your responsibility to grow and take accountability, because if you take accountability, it give your account the ability to grow. You know what I mean, in my personal opinion. So when it comes down to entrepreneurship, even with me, it's been a great journey for me. You know, it's been 8 years since I retired from UPS, and I have learned so much. And I always think about, what if I never retired?
Mm.
What if I was still there? You know, all the different business I done created, different people I done helped, different people I done met, different people that made a impact on my life. What if I never
Mm.
did it? Just one decision, now. What if I
Wow.
never did it? You know what I'm saying? So for me to be able now to have an ebook that helping people across the world, and that's why I like the internet, because it's how you use it. You know, the internet is really the eye of the beholder. You know, you can get on here and do great things. You get on here and do not so great things. So for me to have a ebook that's at www.improveyourmentalfocus.com, an ebook
Mm.
that can help you focus, get rid of distractions, and get towards your goals to get to the ultimate prize that you want for yourself. And it's only $20. You know, people spend that all the time. So you don't want to invest, $20 of your hard-earned money to learn something that can help you grow. So, I love to be able to help people. And I always think about, what if I did not leave, UPS, which was a great company. But what if I didn't never look at
Mm.
myself and be like, hey, something is better for me? I wouldn't have met a lot of
Right.
people. Me and you wouldn't even met. You
For
know what I'm
real.
saying? So that's powerful for me to be where I'm at right now, because I'm really living a dream, and I'm still living it, and I love where I'm at right now, and I'm gonna continue to connect with people, give valuable information, and there's room for everybody to win.
Exactly, because that's the whole reason why we connect, because we have similar goals, ambitions, and the principles as well. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But what I wanted to ask you too, like for
Okay.
those people who are going into like UPS and stuff right now, right? Who just starting on
Hmm.
day one, and then people who've been there for 5 years and 10 years, like how
Hmm.
can they do something as great as you and retire at a young age and stuff? Like what was the blueprint for you, and from getting from step one to step four? You know what I'm saying? And how you became a entrepreneur and business owner.
I think for me, bro, it was more so, I started UPS when I was 19. And I told my mom by 30, if UPS not giving me what I feel like I need to be, earning in life or doing in life, I'm gonna have to walk away. Now, I did not necessarily know that I had the opportunity to retire, but after I was there for 11 years doing research and doing homework, I found out that you can, retire within 5 years. I think you invested 5 years into the company on down, you can retire. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like I was 30 and just like, man, it was something in my gut. I can't sit up here and just tell you a story like, yo, I had a
Yeah.
blueprint, like, hey man, this is gonna happen this way. No, it wasn't
No.
like that. I just literally, when I was 30, like, I gotta leave, but I don't wanna leave like I done seen some people do. Some people put years into a job, don't invest into it, don't get they worth out of it, right? So when I found out that I can retire, excuse me, it felt good, because me getting to the age of 50, when I get to 50, my benefits get back in for the rest of my life. And that's very important as we continue to grow in this beautiful world that we're in. So it wasn't just necessarily no blueprint, bro. I was just 30. I ended up scrolling on Instagram on one day, and ran into a great guy, great man, great mentor, Lorenzo Hoffman. And you know, he was real cool, because I was like, this guy has a lifestyle that I kind of want to learn to be like. I don't want to be doing this. And he was real down to earth, taught me a lot. introduced me to Paris Simmons, and they taught me a lot when it came down to entrepreneurship, email marketing, valuable information, a lot of great things. And I wouldn't be here, without those two guys. And then meeting you, and then just a lot of people around, bro, that I have been able to be a part of the dream because it was scary.
Mm.
It was
Most
scary. Like
definitely. It
I
is.
left UPS. I didn't know what I was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I left and didn't know what I was gonna do, but I knew God gonna lead me. It led me to my wife, led me to my kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it certain things that we look at certain times while we're going through it, you don't really realize the benefits and how blessings that you are in that moment. But then when you get years behind it and you kind of take a look back and you look at those moments, you be like, God is always good, man. So now to be able to help people do the same thing or even better than me, because we all have an obligation. People that's behind us, you want to give them information. Even people that willing to listen to you, give them information that can help them grow. Because that's all what it's about, helping the next person grow. And we can continue to make the world a better place.
Yeah, most definitely. And things always come to full circle, right? Because,
Mm-hmm.
in the midst of you, going through all that, right? I had actually met one of the guys that you spoke about was Paris and stuff when I
Mm-hmm.
moved to Atlanta and stuff. I had met him temporarily and stuff. He was out and about. And what I'm saying, this area that I used to work in, downtown
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, that's where all the influential, black people be at, business owners and stuff like that. So, as I was
Mm-hmm.
working my job doing security and stuff, at the time back in it was like 2018, 2019, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying, that's when I met Paris and stuff. So, what I'm saying, it was real interesting to see, a guy in that light. And I felt like what he was talking about was sincere because, I was already on my self-development journey and stuff. And, this whole, mindset development. So, what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, it's interesting to see like how everybody's connected to one another. And it's always good to meet like-minded individuals and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a blessing, man. I think a lot of things is perspective. I think 97% of things is perspective, man. Like how we choose to look at things. And I'm learning still to this day because I will always be a student of life. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Just learning to look at different things that you may not like, but learning a way to like it and to grow through it. Because once you get through it, it's better. Just like if you're working out, a lot of people can start out working out, but they stop when it tends to hurt, right? That's the
Mhm.
breakdown process. But if you continue to go through that, nourish your body, take care of your body, your muscles come back stronger. You see what I'm saying? And you get better. Same thing in life, man. Like certain things gonna come. You gotta take it in, swallow it the best way you can, keep going because better things are for you. Don't look at it like it's just here to knock you off course. It's here to mold you in the right way. So just look where we at, man. We are living in great, great times. And it's up
Exactly.
to us. We hold a responsibility to give the word out, give love to people instead of the other way.
Yeah, most definitely. Because how I started my journey of becoming an entrepreneur and stuff, a motivational speaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
This goes way back to high school. Well, actually, a little bit before high school, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I used to play basketball, and so the kids and stuff or whatever, they like a couple years younger than me and stuff like that, but they see me as a leader, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
they'll come over there in my backyard and stuff, play basketball with me, right? But the most important thing that I did for them was to
Mm-hmm.
always make sure that their head was on right, as a black
Yeah.
young male. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I was 15, I still had a lot of wisdom and stuff like that, right? And so they appreciate that. You know, I sit them down. It was like three or four of them, whatever, because they was all brothers and stuff. So
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? That was just a blessing to give back to other people and stuff during that time. But you know, fast forward to me becoming an entrepreneur and stuff, right? I was scrolling through online and stuff on Facebook, and you know, I seen this guy named Jeff Cooper and stuff, and you know, he's another business entrepreneur and stuff who been online like you for years. And you know,
Mm-hmm.
he was another guy who was sincere and stuff, and you know, continued to give value and stuff. So I gravitated towards that. And you know, I was in the network marketing industry years ago when I was like I want to say about like 22, 23, like around that time. And so, you know, that's when I started to get into more entrepreneur stuff. And then, you know, I came across your profile on Facebook and stuff. I'm like, man, this dude giving out some game, man. I'm like, who is this? And, you
Yeah.
know, over time and stuff, as, you know, as I was in Atlanta and stuff, we started to develop a relationship and stuff, which, you know, most people miss out on because they always trying to hurry up and make a sale and stuff like that. And, you know,
Mm-hmm.
people really don't value networking with people like they should in order to grow and stuff like that, man. So, you know, it's a blessing to, know you and stuff, and you know, all the game that you give me. And, you know, I just, you know, appreciate everything you know, tell me and stuff, as far as, you know, a young black man, because, you know what I'm saying, you've been through what I've been through years ago. You know what I'm saying? Even like right now, bro, like you know, you retired at 30, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm 30 right now, and you know, the job I was working at, which was Amazon DSP, they let me go, bro. You know what I'm saying? They fired me. So now, for like a whole month and a half, I had to reconstruct my life and go from a job giving me their system and then creating my own system on a daily basis where I'm able to, you know, make an income through my ebooks and stuff like that I have online, and you know, offer different services where, you know, consultations and stuff like that. Whereas a
Mm-hmm.
motivational speaker, I help people who have depression and anxiety because I dealt with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
My old high school friend and stuff, he died from depression when I was trying to speak life into him my junior year in high school. But you know what I'm saying, it wasn't enough. And you know, I put that a lot of energy into that over the years and stuff, because I know depression is something that everybody goes through, no matter what their skin color is. So that's why I
True.
go so hard to speak the truth about my side and stuff, and then just give people knowledge and stuff where they can be able to take in and better their own life. So you know what I'm saying, this is how, you know, we're able to continue to grow and stuff like that as a people and stuff, because we all looking for the same thing. Like no one is better than the next person. Yeah, you might have more money. Yeah, you have a mansion. Yeah, you have a fly car. But how many people
Mm-hmm.
have you helped along the way to get
True.
to that point? How many people are you really helping get off of their job and becoming their next entrepreneur? Where now, you know, America is back on top. You know what I'm saying? America always gonna be on top as far as entrepreneurship, because everybody's moving here to start up a business.
Yeah, man. Like that's why I say you should really, pat yourself on the back, man. Like I told you before, you're outstanding, man. You're very valuable when it comes down to helping people. Very sincere. Over the past couple of years, look what you've been able to do. You know what I mean? You went from not knowing how to create websites, chat bots, create ebooks and stuff for people. Then fast forward time, look at you now. You know what I mean? So a lot of that credit you can get it towards me, but that's all you, bro. Like I always tell people, like it's always great to connect and support people, but you're doing the work, bro. That's the toughest part that people don't realize. You're doing the work. So by you doing the work, that's why you're reaping the benefits, and you're gonna continue to help others and make all the money that it is that you desire. So it's always great to have podcasts like what you're doing right now, because people can look at this over and over again and inspire themselves. So it's always an honor for me to be on your podcast anytime.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And for those who don't know, what I'm saying, we got our own websites and stuff that you can visit. So mine is networkwithsean.com. And Larry's, his is tmigeneration.com. And so when you go to these websites and stuff, you're going to see all the information that you need in order to, grow on a personal level and stuff. But what I want to say is, what I'm saying, as far as, like what you want people to do when they go onto your website.
Really, they can go to the website for different reasons. They can hit the option. Soon as they go to the website, it's a lot of options that are gonna come down. There's a money app on there, information about forex, ebooks that improve your mental focus. You have free blogs that you can read every day, and also you can get a 14-day trial of my marketing platform that I use to create my chatbots and different things that I do. So you can have a 14-day trial, try it out. It's not something that you too much care for. You can quit at any time, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I think you'll learn a lot of skill sets and stuff that have you keeping on with the tools to grow, your skill set or a business. So it's always a pleasure.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. So I appreciate you, for sharing the information and stuff. And that was all we have for today's episode, man. And so if anybody that's viewing this right now, make sure you go ahead, like, comment, and share it. And make sure you guys subscribe to the Introverted Podcast, because what I'm saying, we're going to give a lot of more game and a lot of more valuable information that you need to get from step one to step four, man. And so also another thing, just make sure you share with 3 people that you know. And what I'm saying, we're gonna go from there. And I appreciate everybody who tuned in to this show, because what I'm saying, without y'all, what I'm saying, we wouldn't be where we at today, man. So once again, everybody, this is Larry Williams, the guest that I had on for today. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in for today. So it's a wrap. All right, bro.
All right, bye.